What's up, everybody? We're here at Iron Hill today for a very special video, doing a course review. It's a fantastic course. Obviously, it's been on the National Tour, on the Pro Tour in the past. Really tough track. I'm really excited to be out here. It's going to be one of our highest scores yet. I feel it coming. Let's get into it. That'll be nice. I think one of the coolest things about Iron Hill is like it makes you work way harder than anywhere else you're gonna go. Like you're gonna get really good at disc golf if you go here. There's a bunch of par 4s and par 5s and they're all super fair. There's nothing that plays soft ever. Like it is the moment you step on the tee box at 1 to when you get off at 18, you're working the entire time. Regardless, like you're gonna have tree kicks, you're gonna have stuff happen to you. It's just how it is out here. Loving that. I think it was good. Drop. Go in. It's so close. Birdie feels so good on that hole. This could go anywhere. I'm not gonna lie. That's how this hole goes. I think one of the cool things about Iron Hill in its challenges is that it has one of the most unique challenges in where you're placing your feet. If you look right here, there's a bunch of rocks all over the floor, everywhere, and you don't really have to deal with stuff like that anywhere else. But here, especially on this hole we just played, hole 8, you have to worry about that. Like if you're on a weird spot, it's gonna be like tricky figuring out your footwork, and that's just something you don't have to worry about anywhere else. It's unique to here. That's why it's one of the harder courses in the US. something, I guess. Elite. Fine. Everything's fine. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This stuff. Giant rocks everywhere. I guess, I don't know. Yeah. Look at that. That's dope. I haven't seen that before. It's just wedged. It's not even like aimed by anything. Just shoved in a tree. Oh, yeah. That's the gap I wanted. No problem. Go, baby. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it out here. Was able to shoot a 9 down today. Started pretty hot. Kind of got a little cold in the middle, went through a little par streak. Was able to finish out with the 9. Really good round out here for sure. And bogey free, which I didn't plan for. So that's always nice. But yeah, time to give this thing a rating. So I'm gonna kick it over to future self down at the bar. Let's go. All right, y'all, welcome back in here. We've gone, played the course. Iron Hill's amazing, I know. Time to give this thing a rating. First up, we got the tee pads. These are my ideal in my mind, I think. They're nice and long, concrete for each of the tee pads, super well maintained. Just brush them off if there's anything on there, no problems. None really uphill or downhill, super smooth. I like them a lot, 10 out of 10. Signs, I think, they're pretty lacking at this course a little bit. They're really small, not a lot of detail on them, which can be nice for simplicity's sake. But you know, sometimes they were like broken or like off the like the actual posts that they were at. So could do a little bit better, but they serve
the purpose. They're all accurate. It's fine. 7 out of 10. Baskets, Innova disc catchers, in good shape, I would say. They catch pretty well. They're the gold standard. 10 out of 10 all day long. Fairways out here are really nice. It's obviously a woods course. It's hard. Things are tight, but all of them are really well defined. They're fair. If you're throwing a bad shot, it's not the fault of an obscure tree or limb or something in the fairway. Some of them are a little bit tight in places, but it's not really anything that's like that big of a deal. I think that they're really well maintained. Going to be a 9 out of 10 for me. Next is the rough. This is kind of what I would think the ideal of rough is. There's some really big trees out there, but there's not many. So when you're off the fairway, yes, it's challenging. You'll have hard lines, but with that said, there are opportunities to get out onto the fairway. Sometimes you're so pinched that you have to just pitch out, which is good. I think it's super fair. There's not a lot of things like out here trying to poke you or kill you. So really like the rough. 10 out of 10. Difficulty is also pretty solid out here. It's one of the harder courses in the country, I believe, personally. Like I had mentioned, has some unique features with the rocks on the ground, some footing stuff that you don't really have to deal with usually. It makes you think a little bit more than some other courses. Really enjoy it. With it being a woods course, sometimes there's just like a couple things where it's like, oh, why did that hit that random branch there? Or like, I didn't see this, because it all kind of blends together. But for the most part, difficulty's really nice out here. Gonna give it a 9 out of 10. The views out here are also really cool. There's a bunch of rocks and stuff out there, like I had mentioned, these big iron deposits, really cool stuff to look at, very unique to Iron Hill. It's a very gritty feeling, and that might also be because every time I've been there, it somehow seems to be gray skies, but I think kind of adds to the aesthetic of the place. When it gets greener, obviously, it's really nice and luscious and beautiful. It's a really sweet park, really fun to go check out and just walk around in if you like the nature. For that, gonna be an 8 out of 10. Variety out here is also really good. With it being a woods course, it forces you into a lot of lines, which is like, okay, that's fine. But with that being said, it makes you throw all different kinds of shots. You're pulling out every single kind of disc in your bag, have some nice different lines that you have to play with, some like backhand anhyzers and big crushing forehands and backhands, just like a whole bunch of different stuff, even some roller opportunities out here off the tee sometimes. And I really enjoy the different kind of variety it pulls out of you. Going to be a 9 out of 10 for me. Flow out here is also really good. It's a very big course, lots of par 4s and 5s out there, not a lot of par 3s. So sometimes with those, you'll find that you'll be walking a little bit more in between the holes, but you really don't out here. It's generally pretty condensed, and although it is a big course, it's not really like you're walking in between very much. It kind of just sets you off right next to the place that you're going through. Never really walking back through fairways to get to anywhere. Flow's really nice, 9 out of 10. And then finally, replayability is really, really good out here as well. They have a bunch of different tee pads. They have an extra set of baskets. They aren't disc catchers, which is fine. They're, I believe, Mach X's possibly. I didn't get a good look at them, but there are a bunch of different options out here. They have a tournament out here, I believe, called King of the Hill every year, where they play every single possible layout. It's like 4 rounds. It's crazy. If you do that, you're insane, and I respect you, but obviously, lots of different opportunities for playing out here. Going to be a 10 out of 10 for replayability. All right, and finally, coming in with the highest score we've ever had on the show, finally doing it, we have Iron Hill with a 9.1. This is pretty much what I imagined in my head when I first thought of Iron Hill. I thought somewhere in the low 9s, came out in the algorithm as a 9.1. I think that's great. There's definitely better courses out there, but this is definitely up in that upper echelon of really good courses. One of those that is going to be within your general area. You might have to drive 2 hours like I did to get there, but when you get there, fully worth the trip, super fun to play. Can't really say much else about it. There's coverage everywhere for this course. It's super fun. And yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the course review today. I really hope you enjoyed. Do me a favor, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what you need to do. We're going to be getting some really cool courses on the course review coming up here. Got a lot of fun ideas for different stuff. So make sure you stay tuned in. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace, homies.